right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis camp of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, the tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, the tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, the tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, the Chileans, the tribe of Asher, the so-called Columbus, the Uruguayans, and the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, let's get right into it.
All right, it's the book of Joshua, chapter 24, and verse 15. It says, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve. Right, if it seem evil unto you, and that's what it seems unto you two-thirds, and the rest of these people, man, they feel like it's evil to serve the Lord. Because what? They want to party, BS, they want to continue to do the things that they're doing within the world and not serve Yahweh Yahushai. That's why I said choose this day who you will serve. All right, if you're going to serve Yahweh Yahushai, or you're going to get out here and serve these other guys, or you're going to serve yourself, because you got people that serve themselves with what? With their money. All right? All right, with the things that they have obtained on this side, man. All right, they worship those things, man. All right, you should worship Yahweh Yahushai, man. All right, hey, when all hell breaks loose, and when these nukes come down, hey, that money ain't gonna mean nothing, man. All right, that $50,000, $60,000 car ain't gonna mean a damn thing, man. Man. It said this day. Because people think, oh, I got all the time in the world to come to Yahweh Yahushai. No, the time is now, man. Hey, the time is to answer the call right now.
Right now.
All right, we at the last days. All right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4, and it reads, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
That's right, because that money ain't going to mean nothing in that day, man. All right? Hey, when the banks close down and things shut down, and then we equal. Yep. All right, this comedian, Mike Epps, that nigga, when he said that, man, all right? And if all money fails, and you not rich, I'm not rich, and we equal. Yep. All right? So you rappers that think, oh, I got this secure house, this bunker. You people that think I got this money, or be able to get away. In that day, in the day of wrath, the rich is not going to mean anything. Man.
Okay, sir.
All right?
Just want to back you up a little bit. It also says, but righteousness delivered from death. And what's that righteousness? Going back to the opening scripture. You know, choosing to serve Yahweh Yahushai. Okay, that's not without lip service. You know, it takes work. Like you said, you got to get out here and do this work. You got to have faith. All right, you got to keep the commandments. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Okay, and if you keep those commandments, that's life. You go against them, that's death.
Right. That's the number one thing you got to do is to let go of the ways of this world, man. That's the number one thing you got to do is to let go of this world. All right. That's what our people don't want to do. They want to let go of this world, man. All right. And if you not let go of this world, it's going to be death upon unto you, man. Period.
This is Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What are you gaining when you gain the whole world, man? All right, because what? You got to give up something to gain it, man. All right? Especially in Esau's kingdom. Hey, man, hey, you don't have to what? Hey, let's keep it running, man. Hey, what they do? They pop you, man. All right? And they make you do sacrifices, man. All right? They make you do everything to go up against the Bible. Yep. In this society, man. To do what? To gain those riches, man. All right? You see it. You see it. So you see what these celebrities, they be rich. They doing good. Then their career starts to digress. Mm-hmm. All right? Then something happens with one of their family members or something. What happens? Their career gains again. Yep. All right. They start to bring back what the stardom they that so-called stardom back to that celebrity, man. All right.
That's those sacrifices.
All right.
Even in the Oakville, they could have started with, even 2001, with this.
Yep.
Had a chance to tell what, show your soul, you know, money to the crowd.
They started already. They got something. They giving out. And there's people advertising right now. They giving out some type of stimulus or something for people like $1,500 a month. And that's just grooming. They started back then when they was giving the stimulus out. All of that government aid. Those are just buffers.
This what people do is going to be encouraged. It's going to be like a monthly allowance.
Yeah, why not? They got it now. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Every now. I mean, this is a program now, but you gotta make it a certain amount. But it's like an aid. No, this thing is like give $1,500 a month.
I'm talking about 2000 leading up to the
Yeah.
So they
income. Yeah.
So they basically grooming. Like you said, they grooming people to what? To be acceptable to the state. All right, and even on the TV, they're grooming you to be acceptable to the state, man. In all different types of ways. What's going on right now? Hey, you got the Fed now that it kicked off. Russia kicked off their digital curse. All right, all these other countries are what? Getting together because what they're going to all try to be what? One central bank. All right, and that's what's going on right now, where everybody out here partying the BS, man, and not paying attention to what's going on. Hey, this whole place, this whole world is coming together to what? To be controlled by one central bank. All right, a lot of American people are docile. Yeah, all right, you're not paying attention. All right, what is Russia doing? They're going around the world rounding up troops. All right, that bridge is not a part of the American plan. All right, that bridge is destroying America's dollar. All right, let's go turn us right into that third border to the scriptures, man. All right, what they do? They just went to Africa. They gave all Africans debt. They gave all their debt. They joined the BRICS. All right, they joined up allies, man.
Yeah, and also they doing about the secret with this because America did what? America banned the right, had the rights banned, right? So here comes Russia. It's like, okay, yeah, we giving grain away. There's people making video, oh man, Russia is shit. Man, bro, all of that is psyops, man. They all in the whole thing, all of them in this thing together, man. You know, Russia is eventually gonna turn on America, but them giving grain to Africa, that's because they want Africa to join BRICS, man.
But they also not just that, because Africa owns the world's most resources.
All the resources.
It's a resource game.
Everybody's in Africa. Right?
So when they giving grain away to Africa, guess what? They destroying things over here in America. Why you niggas are playing with the Lord? Don't want to turn to you? How about you outside? All right. Yep. Bank of America, bro.
They shutting down people's accounts.
Yep.
You want to keep your account, you got to join.
Bank of America, I know. That was
going to be digital services. Yeah.
Okay, all of them,
Hey, pretty soon everybody gonna join, man. Everybody gonna join, man. All right.
Well, they put it out there. They're now listed all the banks that are joined. Every bank is already part of it. It's just whenever they get to it. It's going to be fast, but every bank is. You go right to the FedNow website and look it up. All right. All of them, no matter what bank it is, you know, they're gonna squash out the credit unions.
Right. I was just gonna say that because credit unions are the only ones that are gonna hold out, but they're not gonna be able to.
Right.
You know.
Got nothing to trade with.
Yeah, they got nothing to trade with.
This is Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
Right. So what do you profit gaining this whole world? All right. Hey, no, I ain't dealing with the Lord. Hey, I got billions of dollars. I'm straight. Me and my family, we're gonna be straight for generation to generation. What about when that dollar comes to nothing?
Yep.
All right. Hey, what about when the Lord destroy everything on this so-called side, man? All right. Only thing that's gonna last on this side is spiritual things, man. All right. The elect. That's what's gonna last, man. All right. So we don't care how many billions of dollars you got. We don't care how much you chasing the bag, as niggas like to say today. All right. The only thing that's gonna last is how about Chanel Shine his elect, man.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Right. So you gonna trade in your little Bugatti and your Ray and the little cash you acquired right now are to lose your soul, man. All right.
I'm just saying, it's funny because an automobile, as soon as you drive along, yeah, what's he gonna put in there? Because the oil is gonna be controlled. Yep, you know. That's right. And even with the electric, guess what? When that EMP hit, it's gonna shut down. Hey, everything is controlled.
They don't even gotta have no EMP to shut it down.
Yeah.
So you a mechanic, remember back in the day? You had that car, you go pay the car note. They put that low jack on. So it's already been prepared to be able to stop and take whatever they want. Now there's gonna be a different type of technology.
Right. They shut the grid down, you ain't gonna be able to charge. So I mean, yeah, everything is controlled. Yeah, that's what they're trying to get rid of gas stoves too. Yeah. I got something. You done? All right, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy.
Like the money is not going to be a delivery on the day of the Lord. All right. When the Lord come down here with the chariots and these boots of him, that money ain't gonna save you that day, man. Right. All right. These people really think that the value of money is everything, man. Yeah. All right, because that's what society has taught our people, man. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This is for the love of money, man.
Yeah.
People will kill you, man.
Yeah.
All right, because they think that money is everything. This money is nothing. All right, that's what the people say, man. I thought treasures here on earth were rested.
Matter of fact, I got some. Well, it's not that, but it's going to that. But that covetous demon has been permeating the earth right now. This is
It says, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
Yep. Okay. This is Luke 12:15. And he said unto them, take heed and be aware of covetousness, for a man's life conceiveth not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. So yeah, like the brother was saying, man. Hey, so the things you possess, man, don't be it's empty, man. That's not gonna save you. That's not gonna do it, and that's what's putting in this earth, man. When you remember back in the day when somebody did something to you, you know, Jake always be like, you know, such, you know, with the big old house on the corner, it got all the cars. Or they'll be like, oh, you know, such, them, you know, rather be bummy, or they all ain't got no phones. They associate you to the things that you have, man. Yeah, you got it.
This is covetousness from the Merriam-Webster's online dictionary. It says, marked by inordinate desire for wealth or possessions for another's possession.
Right. And that's the spirit that's out here, man. On all social media, man. You know, you got people talking get rich quick schemes. What is it? Trade. You know, how to get money real quick. You know, that's permeating the earth right now, man. Everything, trade lines, everything, man. Telling you how to get your business up and stuff. This is verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where I to bestow my fruit? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say unto my soul, So thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thy ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the power said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Stored them up for nothing.
Yeah, stored up for naught.
Stored up for nothing.
Yep.
You know, that's why we say, Lord willing. You know, he said what he was going to do, and didn't know that his soul was required that night. All right.
Oh yeah, physically. Oh yeah.
Got that safe money.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's part of the job, bro.
This is Psalm chapter 20 and verse 7. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. Basically, right here, down to see some trust in chariots, some trust in horses.
Okay.
You know, that's why Scripture says, woe to them that make flesh their armor. You know, so some people are going to be trusting in other men. Some people are trusting in their gun. Some people trusting in the substance of the things that they have stored up, whether it be food, whether it be land, whether it be an underground bunker. Some people are actually going to be looking for that to be their salvation. It says, but we remember the name of the Lord. All right, and the scriptures are talking about, say, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and to them, and them that run into it are safe. You know? Just like King David said when he came to God, he said, "You come to me with spear and sword. I come to you in the name of Yahweh Shem Shah." You know, and in that predicament, King David triumphed. You know? So it just shows you it doesn't matter how mighty you are, what shield, what weapon you have, what army you have. If you come in the name of Yahweh Shem Shah, you're going to triumph regardless. All right?
You said two horses. Talking about their shield, their strength. That horse represents power.
Power, yeah. You know, so
Yeah.
second half, what he just said.
Yeah, there's a bunch of large margins over there.
21. Still in Luke 12:21. So he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the power. Not rich towards the power. Verse 22. And he said unto his disciples, therefore, I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither neither for the body what ye shall put on. For the life is more than meat, and the power feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? All right, so we depend solely on Yahweh Shem Shah, man, for what we eat, our salvation, which is the greatest of all, man. You know, because that's what you need to be. That should be what's permeating the earth right now. But right now you just got what? How to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Cooking. Every social channel you just got cooking and how to get money. And women and the women, nigga woman being a beast. You know what I'm saying? And what? All the other channels you see nothing but turmoil and famines, man, coming. You know what? So hey, they making this thing confusing. But like I said, the greatest thing, man, is to get salvation. You know? Go ahead. Yes.
This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt. That's right. And where thieves break through and steal. That's right. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, right, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Hey man, plus ain't nobody looking towards heaven right now anyway, but the men of the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so we good. We will have those treasures, man, with how Shah wants us to do, man. All right, we don't worry about the tangible things of this earth. Because everything was created only to keep motherfuckers bound to Esau. You know what? When you don't need something from somebody, man, they can't do nothing with you. When you don't need something from nobody, they can't do nothing with you. Go ahead.
Hey. Yeah. All right, we start trusting in Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
The world hates you.
The world hates you, man. But you know why? Because you can't be controlled, man. They can't do the puppet strings no more. That's why Esau hates us. We didn't sever those strings, man. We ain't got nothing. They can't control it. Yeah. Give them some. Well, he controlled some of them. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them took that to this purpose.
That's right.
All right. So hey, but hey, every man has his own. He has his judgment, man.
That's why the scripture says, him that departed from evil, making himself a Christ.
Oh,
You know? And what's that's you departing from evil. That's you saying to hell with this world.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we're marked for death.
Yeah.
You know.
And he losing on every side, man. Because you not only got us out here, man. You got Jake out here. You got some young Jakes out there, man. Hey, man, this actually turned into doctors out there, man. I give it to them. There's some brothers out there that's looking up these herbs and stuff. Man, brothers are getting knowledge, man. This is a time of knowledge, man. You know what? They still need to come back and to their Savior. You know what I'm saying? But Esau is like he's losing. His medicine, his industry, his hospital industry is crashing, man. People ain't nobody taking no medicine from them, man. They're not taking that bullshit. People are starting to research and find out things that's wrong with their own bodies, man. That's why he's trying to crash the herbal medicine, natural medicine.
That's why he really going to it. They was going to the sea moss. That's why you got to watch the herbs that you eat too, because now Esau is dipping into those herbs, putting different things into those herbs that attack the work. So it's really got bad. Like it's really bad. So really, it's best to see if you can find somebody who does all natural herbs. Herb, because you already know what the scripture said. Even if you steal, kill, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find another way to dip into those herbs and destroy Jake, that's what you're going to do. All right, he searches out what? All things. All things, you know?
Go ahead, bring that out. Nah, this brother said he has free stuff. Oh, no.
I said 59 and 15. He said, fellas, and he that departed from evil makes himself a prey. And the Lord saw it. And, the Lord saw it and displeased him, and there was no judgment. I said 59 and 14. And judgment is turned away backwards.
Right, judgment is turned away backwards. The scripture says, Proverbs says, evil men understand like judgment. All right, and judgment is what? A judgment is a reward of a deed. You know, so whether you do something righteous or whether you do something wicked, it's a judgment to them. You know, so what? So if you do something wicked, then guess what? You're gonna get you're gonna get a righteous judgment no matter what. But depending on what you do, you're gonna get that judgment handed on. You know, for example, if you sleep with another man's wife, according to the scripture, you're to be put to death. That's your judgment. You know, so it said judgment turned away backwards. How so? Because in society, you got people out here doing whatever the hell they want and not receiving judgment. That's why you have to read Ecclesiastes. It says what? Yo, a sinner do sin 100 times. You know, he think his days are really long. He think, oh, I'm cool. You know, just like your parents. You know, if you mess up, you know, your parents don't put you right there now. You keep doing a little bit. You take an inch. That's why that's what the saying comes by. I gave you an inch, you took a mile. You know, because what they give you a little bit, but now here you is. Now you're a complete degenerate. You know.
They're trying to sweep everything under the rug.
That's right.
But what happens is once a violation is committed, that energy is out there. And that's where the Lord's going to judge this place. He says, the eyes of the Lord power upon his central kingdom. Back then it was dealing with Israel, today it's dealing with America. You know, so it's like they ain't dealing with it. So the Lord said the Lord would not equip it with it.
That's right.
So the Lord's going to be the one to play the thing. So that's why everything right now is going on as it's going, but eventually a whole storm of shit is going to happen. You know?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
These people walking around all, these moles and all these people running around all comfortable, these wicked women, all of them, man. Esau, these Edomites, everybody that we see, all these people just walking around enjoying their daily life, enjoying themselves, and all this wickedness and shit like that, Big Shirley walking around, eating everything, just being comfortable. That's about like he said, it's going to be a storm. It's going to be like a tornado, man.
It ain't right if you don't talk about Big Shirley.
It's going to be like a tornado of fucking destruction. I mean, that shit hit, but look, man, you see when shit happens, man. Shit, well, you brothers don't remember, but we do. Shit, how many years ago was that? That was like 23 years ago. When 9/11 happened, all this people freaking out, man. Any type of terror happens, People wasn't all that, you know. When all that 9/11, so-called planes hit the building, that was a moment of terror.
Right.
People were screaming, really. People everywhere were all scared and stoic. The whole country, right?
Right.
People wasn't all, they wasn't like they are now. We remember. Okay, we remember when that happened. You see what I mean? All of a sudden, that's when people started. Apostle Cabal always brings it up. We had a website back then, and the website crashed because so many people came running on our website to get answers. Yeah, at that time, everybody thought the end of the world was coming.
Yeah.
You see?
See, but that happened all in one moment.
Yeah.
See?
You know, like shit going on, people still doing what they're doing. They don't think that that's going to come back.
Gone.
So once that shit breaks,
Yeah.
you know, that's what the Lord said. You know, you put the sword like that. Brother was going in.
God. Well, when this pandemic happened, everybody got scared. People walking around with goddamn masks, double mask, and goddamn welding mask on their face. Everybody's scared. Oh, how am I gonna get that? Right? Anytime there's like a little change in some stuff with, like when some the loom of death comes, people that's when everybody gets scared and
They want to straighten up.
they want to straighten up. See? That's just how the people are. That's why these people got to be destroyed, man.
And it's like you got all kinds of scriptures about the different judgments the Lord brought on different places because of their wickedness. But what happened? People are still doing the same shit. Once that conveyor belt of hell start rolling out, you can't repent then. It's too late then. That's what the Lord said. You know, like with us, you know, we get clouded, we get polarized.
Yeah.
You know, but when the world is judged, the Lord ain't gonna pull back. I got a quick scripture. It's Amos 3:6. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? You know, there's another one called.
Talks like the lion.
Yeah.
Talks about the lion.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
further down. But there's another one. There's something that's dealing with. Well, you know what? The big one is in also. Well, actually,
I'll hold that.
Bring it out. Bring it out. Appreciate that.
Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily,
Glad that came out.
therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set to do evil.
Yeah, see, like the apostle said, you see that though, right? I'm glad that the water your home while your house shine. That's what came out. Yeah, because like the apostle said, these people, the Lord, in the judgments, He's brought judgments, right? But people are still being wicked, right? And the Bible is here. The men of the Lord are here, but you know, who the fuck are we? We ain't nobody, right? So motherfuckers are just doing what they want to do, being wicked, right? You got niggas out here, they like being adulterers. You got certain niggas out here, that's their thing. Well, remember, that nigga made the song years ago, right? Naughty by Nature, OPP, back in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what OPP? Meaning other people's property, meaning committing adultery, right?
Pharrell too.
Yeah.
Said shit.
Well,
cheat on your man is how you get ahead.
all that shit might be about adultery, but that song back then was a staple. You know, that came out back in '92 or whatever. That song was the poster child for adultery. You know what I'm saying? That was the poster child for adultery. So you understand my point? So basically, you got from back that was 30 years ago up until now, but you got certain niggas that's their thing. I know niggas like that. They into popping other women's women, which is really faggotish. Okay? With another man popping a woman and you going and popping up, but you sticking your ride whatever the other. You understand? So that's the you got niggas that they're doing it, but for the moment they're getting away with it. Right? You got these fucking moles running. This mole shit is big. You know, the president pushes it, so these moles, they're comfortable. It's cool to be a mole, and you got a lot of niggas that actually are turning over to moism. Well, that's the new wave. So anything that's in style, shake do. And I think all these black women are goddamn lesbians. most of these women have had some type of lesbianistic act. You know, they do with their girlfriend spooning and doing all kind of shit. They get drunk, they get high, they start lapping each other up like dog. Yeah, but these women, man, these women, bro. I think the majority of these women have had some type of lesbian experience. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So they do that. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. So they do that, right? And they don't understand that the heavenly, that's why he quoted, or y'all read Amos 9 and 8, right? The eyes of the Lord power upon the simple kingdom. So the Lord is watching all this shit. He see, and then the Lord got us down here. We represent the eyes of the Lord too. The servants of the Lord, the prophets, you know. So that scripture, you're gonna read it again. They're getting away with it. They're not dying at this moment. They're not dying.
So they think they're getting away.
So they think they're getting away with it. And they're gonna continue. A mo, I'm gonna be a mo. I'm gonna be the biggest mo I can be. Right? Go ahead.
Back in Ecclesiastes 8:11, it says, because the sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Pride month. Who was out here? Pride month.
Yep.
The hearts are set to do. They become proud.
Yep.
Pride month. Pride month. Hang out flag. Right? See what I'm saying? Or just be wicked. Right? Just be as wicked as you can be. That go for all of them, everybody. Right? These niggas, these wicked niggas, they just wicked. Hey, God ain't doing nothing to me, so God must be with me. Go ahead.
Right. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him.
Yeah. See that? The sinner's days are prolonged because they're not being put to death like us. We want to see them die right there on the spot.
God.
You know, but the Lord is prolonged. The Lord is letting. And there's another scripture where it says the righteous die, but the wicked seem to live on.
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? But those that do well with the Lord, is going to be well with us. Because when the Lord bring that tornado,
Oh yeah.
hey, in the end, we're going to see. Hey, man.
Verse 13. It says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh.
That's right. It's like a shadow because when the Lord finally brings judgment, like Apostle Paul may say, when the Lord finally reveals his face to these people, that's when it's going to be on.
So, going back. There ain't gonna be no okay, I repent. No, it's too late. I got some real quick. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. But because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, so when that hell comes, it ain't gonna stop. This is gonna get more intense. You know, that's when they're gonna want to seek the Lord. You know, like the scriptures speak about there should be a famine in the land, not bread and water, but a dinner and water of the Lord. You know why? Because they're gonna be searching. They're gonna be seeking it. And the Lord ain't gonna be found. Like with Jacob, the Lord said, "Seek the Lord while he may be found." So there's gonna come a time when the Lord is going to rejoice him. Remember, he said, "You know, I will go and return to my face to their acknowledge their offense, and their affliction they shall feel trying to be heard something along those lines." But it's gonna be too late. You know. Now when we jump down, I need to jump down to the 37th verse. This is going to be something else, but this also kind of we can apply to the situations that are coming. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. So that's giving us the war that's coming on. But they're going to be, people are going to be fucked up. Because one thing about the cities, the metropolis, the metropolis, these cities, inner cities, have been created to be, laid back, everything easy, convenient. Everything at your beck and call. You get hungry, you got instant this, you got instant that. Drive through. You don't no longer have to wait to eat. All you gotta do is just have them put the box of shit up, put it in the bag, give it to you. So when all hell breaks loose, these people are not used to hard times.
This is 2 Ezra 9 and 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case which thou have abused my ways.
Right? They're going to be in a pitiful case. Because when they had to get liberty, as I say, they took offense. They said, "Nah, the hell with you," because they're thinking that, all right, this is going to happen. That's going to happen in the future. During the time of my grandchildren, their grandchildren, and all that. No, we in the midst of it now. But your eyes are closed, so you can't see it. You got to go.
They then shall they be in a pitiful case which thou have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Right.
For such in their lives have received benefits and have not known it, and they have loved my law while they had yet liberty.
Right.
And when as
So in other words, when they had the opportunity, they pretty much hated the Lord because what's the first thing they do when you try to bring out the truth, especially to the so-called Christians? You know, they get mad.
Yeah.
Why you get mad? He just showing you what the Lord said. You said you believe in the Lord. That's what the Lord said, that they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You know, and their zeal towards the Most High is taught by the precepts of men. That's fear. You know, you got it, bro.
when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Right.
The same must know it after death by pain.
Right, because they're going to go before the throne of the Most High, and the Most High is going to give them their judgment. They're going to have to come back on the earth and play it out. But we're at the very end of these judgments, where the Lord is going to start handing out sentences. You know, they already got the judgment in the heaven. Now it's time for them to do. Well, they got the sentences in the heaven. Now they're going to have to go through the judgment part of it. Precept that. Precept that.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 35, and it reads, "For after death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again.
Boom. You got it.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared."
The people say, "I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness is there." So what happened in the beginning when the earth became wicked? The Lord said He saw the wickedness of man that it was great. And after that, what happened? He said, "You know what? It's dependent on me. I created man. I'm gonna set it up and destroy. But before I do that, I'm just making paraphrasing. I'm gonna set up a man Noah to go out there and teach and preach and let him know what's coming before it comes, so there'll be no excuse." And the Lord already knew they weren't going to listen, you know? And boom, then the day that the water came down, started coming down, that's when they wanted to get right. And it was too late. That's what the scriptures say, remember the days of war. Remember Lot. Remember Lot's wife. You know? Bring it out.
This is Luke 17, starting at 27. They did eat, they drink, they married wives, they gave in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also as it was in the day of Lot, they did eat, they drink, and they brought, and they sold.
It's business as usual, just like you see going on today. You got it.
They planted, they built it, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven.
And that's going to be the same thing now. Well, the modern day Lot represents the elect of the nation of Israel, and how they're going to be leaving Sodom and Gomorrah, going up into the right. And at that very moment, fire and brimstone is going to be coming down from heaven in the form of the missiles and the lasers from the channel. You know? It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be Egypt all over again, but it's going to be Egypt all over again, but times a million.
That's it.
You know?
And destroyed them all.
And destroyed them all.
This Matthew 24:27. But as the days of Noah were, so also shall the coming of the Son of Man be. All right.
In other words, it's going to take us unaware. He's coming as a thief in the night, but the elect are not in darkness. Because the elect got their eyes open, they're looking and seeing the signs. They're seeing everything happen. The Lord is allowing them to put everything together. You know, painting a picture of prophecy. That's a lesson for somebody. The Lord is painting the picture of prophecy. You know, so here it is know how you got the painting by the number? The number one, the yellow, the number two, the blue, whatever. The Lord is painting it to particular practice. You know? And pretty much when you feel these things, that's pretty much that path, as the scripture said in our Proverbs 4, the path of the righteous, like the right light, the shining more and more than coming days, something along those lines. And that's what it means, because they elect to see the path to the kingdom. It might keep them up with the color. Yeah, brother.
I was going to just have to tell you that. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Boom. Unaware.
Yep.
Because it's going to be plain. The scripture says, lightning shining from the east and from the west. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. But a lot of people are still taking that. So because that's the truth of it out.
Book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, make no terror to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
I have to read that again, but it said, what? Suddenly. So in other words, you're going to be walking down the street, the merry month of May, and suddenly hell's going to come out of nowhere. And that's when people are going to be the most unaware. You know, because at least if you have a chance to brace for it, you know, which they do, but the Lord ain't open up their eyes to it. So it's going to come like a sucker punch.
A lot of people say the Lord like a thief in the night.
Beautiful. That's it.
Because a thief not going to tell you when he's coming. He's not going to tell you when he's finna ravish your house. He's just coming in.
Right.
All right, and that's what these people are going to be blinded by the lust of this world, the things of this world. And I turn to you, how about Shabbat Shai? Going to be destroyed in their day of vengeance. But I'll read it over for you.
Read it again, yeah, because read it again, because that's a powerful precept.
God, this is Sirach 5 and 7. This is, make no terror to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day.
Seek the Lord while he may be found.
I got that.
Go ahead.
I'm on that too, right? I am. This is Isaiah 55 and 6. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near.
Right, because there's going to come a point where you're going to call upon the Lord and he's not going to be found. Even those individuals that's been bullshit, they're calling the name of the outside, they're not coming. They're not going to be protected. But they've been playing around with their bullshit.
Says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts.
Right, because it begins with repentance.
It says, let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him to our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
Beautiful. Now go back to Second Timothy. We'll read that, and the brother can get the other.
Right, back in Sirach 5 and 7. Make no terror to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, your security, meaning you're secure, you think you got it going on, all of a sudden, hell comes bringing it down. Go ahead, somebody, whoever got this, bring it out, and then y'all bring it back.
Second Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Right, many miseries. You gotta understand, looking at it from the standpoint of how things are in America and how the cities are, how everything is comfortable. Everybody's laid back, you know, everybody's carefree.
Walking the dog.
Walking their dog.
Looking at the ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Walking with their girls. You know, they on the party.
Right.
The party trolley. Whatever you call that. The party trolley. See, look at them. See?
Sweet chicken trolley.
Walked in great pride.
Yep.
Oh, there's more. Hold on to that. Read more of that.
Read it again.
Second
There's
Ezra,
more meat here, man.
Second Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Well, listen, man, we're not out here for all these people. We're not out here for all these people. So that's the difference between Great Millstone and these other Israelite camps. Earlier today, I was watching all kind of different camps. Them Wi-Fi dudes. I watched a little Sakari. I even watched Hokab alone a little bit. I watched different. Sometimes I check out these other camps, and they out there. Oh, Sons of Thunder. I ain't gonna get into that, right? And them dudes, you got the dudes, right? They call themselves Sons of Thunder. They got the camp. They out there, right? And they got their women out there with them. They got the women chairs. They got the coolers. Like they have see shit like that. Wordo shit. All this wordo shit. And even that, whatever that thing is, that's proud, right? Whether it's a man or a woman, that's proud. That can walk the street and act crazy. You see, you can just do whatever you want in America. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. But anyways, them dudes, they look like they're having a picnic. They got the women sitting, they got their women with chairs in the background. They so-called wrapped up like those Israelite women. And then you can see them in the background cackling like hyenas. The brothers are out there teaching the word. That should be serious, right? If those women were righteous women, they'd be sitting there stoic, quiet, and paying attention. The brothers up there, they got the brothers up there teaching, these Sons of Thunder dudes. The brothers are up there teaching, and then you got the women, they're sitting in chairs, the typical black women in the background, cackling like hyenas. Yeah. So I'm like, I just shook my head like, wow, these niggas just don't got a clue. And then the way they teaching, okay, they bring out the scriptures or whatever, right? They trying to. We don't argue with Jake. We don't argue with Jake, bro. When a nigga come up, man, like we really like, yo, you know what, man? If you come up and you ask a question, a sensible question, we might deal. But for the most part, I tell brothers, man, fuck you, but this isn't for you. Just, like, you know what I mean? If you Jake stand in the crowd and listen, but we don't. Look at this. They got all kind of demons on them, boy. All kind of demons on them. Yeah, there you go. I wonder when he's gonna realize he's going up the road. And then the way that they drive, he going up a one-way street. See, but remember, these motherfuckers are jabbed up. They got demons on them. They on drugs. That could turn into a bad accident. But anyways, you know what I mean? They be like, yeah, brother, yeah, sister. Man, fuck you. You ain't my brother and sister. I'm not out here trying to. I'm not trying to leave it with these jakes out here. If a jake come up, like when it comes to us, if a jake come up and he's actually got some sense, sincere, we might deal. But we ain't out here trying to pull every jake in. We ain't trying to save every Israelite. If a nigga come up and we can read your spirit, man. Like, that's a demon. Hey, brother, like years of experience. If y'all don't think years of experience means something, it do. You know what I mean, bro? Look, man, whatever. You take it for what it's for. I mean, we cool and everything like that, but we ain't no fucking novice, man. Okay? We ain't no fucking novice. You know what I mean? We can read people's spirit, man. They're doing this for a long time. And going through hell and catching hell, still catching hell. So when the motherfuckers come up, I can already kind of tell, that's a demon.
Well, the Pharaoh was wait a minute, then when the Pharisees
Yeah.
then you have a check. Why think it's evil in that heart?
Yeah. At the camp, I'm standing there, and like you can see people come up. You can see, okay, that dude, he's sincere. This dude's simple. He don't know where he's at. Or you can see him in the crowd. I see him when he's coming up the block. That's a demon. And sure enough, it'd be a goddamn demon. Come up to cause disturbances. And then furthermore, a woman. We don't deal with women up here. Okay, really, when a woman come up to the camp, I thought, no, sister, you ain't get that. He said, nope. Yep. Go, listen, sister. Are you married? Are you married? Yeah. Okay, well, look, we can't answer. Nope. We ain't answering. You don't even entertain a woman. But like, nah, sister, this ain't, you a woman. I say, I can't. Nope, sister, that's all right. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna sit here trying to teach no woman because this ain't for you.
That's right.
I don't have a man. Well, go get yourself a man. And if she look halfway decent, I'll be like, hey, well, look, I tell you what, hey, any of you brothers are interested, y'all want to deal with this sister on the side? I'm serious. Hey, brother, but look, brother, you, well, look, I tell you what, brother, you pull this system aside and deal with us. That's how we deal. We ain't gonna be up here like these other can't having a big fucking class with a woman.
You know that most of the time that's all you
Yeah.
You're trying to edify it. You're going back and forth to see him. Meanwhile, where's that edification?
Yeah. Because a woman brings confusion. That's why you read that part again. Others like thee.
Second Ezra 8 and 51. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Seek out the glory for such as be like unto thee, men of the elect. Okay? So basically, you better learn to read spirits, man. That if you see a brother sincere in the spirit, then you deal. But you ain't don't just try to teach it. I was trying to say that's not your brother for the swine. At least they turn and ring you. So basically, man, you can't just be trying to. But you know, we've all that's a rite of passage. For you brothers that are newer in the truth, I can understand, but we did the same thing. When we first came in the truth, we tried to teach everybody, try to teach our mama, try to teach your daddy, try to teach your uncles, aunties. But you learn that's trial and error.
It's Rock 34 and 9. A man that traveled for many things. So Rock 34 and 9. A man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. You know,
Experience.
Yeah.
Try out. When experience try out. I got a quick precept to back this, brother. 2 Ezra 14 and 44. It says, in 40 days, they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass in the 40 days fulfilled that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written published openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people, for in them is to bring them understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. So pretty much, there's a certain amount of Israelites out here that are clerical that are going to get it. The rest are not going to get it. Right. So you have the worthy and the unworthy. You know? Yeah.
Back in second Ezra 8 and 52, it says, for unto you is paradise open.
The elect. That's talking about the elect.
The tree of life is planted.
What's the tree of life? The Bible. The scripture. They better hold up that Bible. Brother on the end. Hold up the Bible. That's the tree of life right there. The tree of life, the understanding of that scriptures. Amos 3 and 7. Yeah. That's right, the tree of life. Because that's the tree of life. That's the only way by where you're going to gain life. The understanding of the scriptures. That's only given to the elect. I quoted Amos 3 and 7.
So remember that tree was blocked at that time from Adam and from the rest of us at one point. And so the Lord peeled the veil back. How did he peel the veil back? Through Yahushua, the second Adam. Not the first Adam.
That's an inside joke amongst the apostles. Not that Adam, but this Adam.
precept. This book of Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It says, what did Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for? But the election have retained it, and the rest were blinded. Right, because hey, the Lord is only dealing with the elect. All right, like they were saying, when you first come to the truth, you want everybody to get it, and it's just like it's simple to you, but it's just like it's a conundrum to them. It's just so confusing they can't get it.
God.
But then the more you be seasoned in the truth, the more you into the truth, you know it wasn't for them. The Lord blinded them from even being able to receive the spirit of understanding of these scriptures, man. All right, but the elect are going to receive it, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shabbat.
Basically, if you're not in the truth, man, I look at these people like even these regular chicks out here. If you're not in the truth, you're a weirdo, man.
Yes.
For real, man. I look at these chicks walking by, walking the dog, or riding the bike. You just gotta like basically, The way I look at you, like these niggas, these people out here, I look at you like a weirdo. I look at them like moles, man. Real talk, like if you ain't in the truth, basically you pretty much like a mole. You know, you got a mole spirit on you. If you're not in the truth, you okay with this world. You know, they okay with this world. They okay with that shit. Like, yeah, whatever, you don't fuck with niggas and shit. Well, you don't approach me with it. So that means you with it. Yeah, how is either you're with me or against me, right?
There's no in between.
There's no in between. Well, let him read his first.
This is Sirach chapter 37 verse 12. It says, but be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind,
Right.
and will sorrow with thee, and thou shalt miscarry. Yeah, so you know, the scripture says you know, be around, continually around godly men. You know, whose mind is like thy mind. So that mind goes back into Corinthians, where it says be of one mind. All right. You're not continuing with one another. One brother got this doctrine, you got something else, you know.
So you all speak the same thing.
I speak the same thing. Yeah, it's going back to that one mind, you know.
And then he also said, he says also continue to go together. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't be joined with those other people. Because what you agree with the things they agree. That's what you say. Hey, that's like, hey, that was something that our elders taught us. Man. Hey, man, first Timothy, man, let the world go, man. Because y'all spirit's not going to either one gonna venture over to the other, or the other gonna venture back over to the other. You got that? But you know, that's something the elders taught us, man. But also, these people that brother brought out, they continue to be with a godly man, because guess what? That godly man, he don't check you. All right, when you going off, man, that's why you go with the man of the Lord. All right, if you with a nigga, all right, the nigga ain't gonna check you through the scriptures. The nigga don't know the scriptures. But a man of the Lord is gonna keep you on this. Hey, Jake, hey, that shit is off. Through the spirit, bring out a precept on your ass, correct you through the spirit. All right, but if you hang with a nigga in the world, he don't have no spirit of correction. He down for whatever.
Also, that godly man's going to rub off on you.
Right.
That's why the scripture says, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. You know? So if you're around godly men continuously, some of their traits, some of their mannerisms is going to rub off on you. You know?
If you're around wicked niggas, they're demonic. Demonic spirit don't rub off on you. That's why, you know, it's restricted not to be around niggas in the world. I mean, you might have certain people in the world that you cool. The Lord will send you. Like, you know, I got niggas in the world that I'm cool with. Even now, like, you know, back east, I got certain niggas in the world that I fuck with certain levels. They help me out with certain things. But I'm glad that, like, I'm out here because I'm not even around them dudes no more. You know what I mean? But when I was back east, I would fuck with them. You know, they were there. But even that, you gotta have to pull back a little. Like, be around these niggas. If you're around them niggas are wicked. They not serving the Lord. They, you know, they'll say some wicked shit that vexes the spirit.
Yep.
Like, man, you know, like you cool with the dude, but then remember the Lord said too, whoso give a cold cup of water to it, you know? Yeah. So they might be delivered by helping the man of the Lord. You never know. Right. It's true. It's deep, man.
He that received the prophet.
But the dudes are like, but the cats, those cats that I fuck with in the world, they have love for me. And they'll help me with anything. I could get on the phone and call certain dudes now and say, oh, brother, you know? You know what I mean? So the Lord have mercy on some of them because they help me. I'm a lot of times I'm working on the man of the Lord, you know? But it's still best to, even if you got certain cats in the way, it's still best to limit your association. Be around the brothers, man. Be around the brothers, man. You know, we feed off each other. You know what I mean? I love being around the brothers because a brother might say something, man. You know, you might be down in the spirit. The spirit might get on the brother to say something that really helped me. That was exhortation. You know, the brother might not even know it. You know, we in the group talking, sipping some yah, you know, having a conversation. And the brother might spirit will look, hey, you know, brother, you might not say nothing, but in your mind, that shit is like, you know, better. Y'all know, y'all can all relate to what I'm saying.
God,
Right?
God, yes, sir.
Y'all can all relate to what I'm saying. All right? So who got the precept?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33, and it reads, it says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Who you associate with, okay? Like you said, you want to be around a man with like minds, okay?
Oh, not to cut you. Remember we read in the second Isaiah 50, seek out the glory of the such as be like unto thee. That Enoch just read, right? So the Lord told us to seek out the glory. So that means you're supposed to seek to be around men that's like-minded, right?
Sure.
That's what the scripture said.
Let me read it again.
How many you can? Are you finished?
Yeah, that's it. Reset.
Okay, we're gonna read your precept. You've been waiting for a while.
This is St. John 15 and 14. You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Okay, so basically, through this Rakakidash, Yahweh Bashmi Awashad is putting it upon us to be likened to him. So when you got other camps out here saying, no, we don't have the whole truth, they're lying. Because through faith, we've been giving it to him. He just told you that he gave you this truth. So we ought to believe in it.
You're not going to give 100%. You're not going to give 100%. 99 and a half is going to give.
That's right.
You got that half of 100%. That's the truth.
Say what? He revealed his secret to his servants and prophets.
Yeah. What sense it makes? Here it is, the Lord gives you 75% of the truth, and he holds back 25, and you have other keys that you need to make it to the finish line, but the game is rigged. You know?
Reset.
Bring it out.
It says, but ye have unction from the Holy One that you know all things.
You know all things, and if you continue to read that, it says there's no liars of the truth. So if you don't have 100%, that means that there's some lies mixed in with your truth. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. That makes the whole thing corrupt. That's what the brother read earlier, 1 Corinthians 15, evil communication corrupts good manners. That's breaking scriptures down wrong. Because eventually what happens? You might break down one thing wrong, and you might break down the rest of it right. But eventually that one thing you break down wrong is going to continue to corrupt everything else that you've been teaching. That's when you have groups out there that are gradually getting worse and worse. You know, and I mean, you would never think that individuals in one West would ever teach about the hell doctrine. You know, but they teach it. Evil communication corrupt good manners.
That's why.
Bring it up.
That's why also in the book of James it says, blessings and cursings proceeded by the mouth. These things ought not to be so, which means telling the truth and telling a lie. You know, that's why I said you can go to a river and get some water and better. No, you know. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 4. It says, these are they which are not defiled with women. It says, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whitherso he goeth. It says, in which alone, right, Yahweh shall walk perfect. So these are they that follow it. So shouldn't they teach the same thing that Yahweh shall teach, which is perfection? You know, it says, and these were redeemed from amongst men, being the first fruits of God unto the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile.
Didn't say their flesh.
None. Which in their mouth was found no guile, for they without fault before the thrones of God. See, so we're not with no guile. Guile is lying. If it wasn't found in their mouth, so it's what? 100% truth. Easy breakdown, you know.
And the Lord, you know, teach today, like at the lesson, Apostle Tom, the title he gave, he said, teach it like we teach it. You know, because we teaching it right. I mean, it's not about bragging or boasting. It's just about getting it done correctly. You know, the Lord requires perfection.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and we don't. We pass the point about scoffers. Yeah, teach it like we teach. But it's okay for they to get up there and work for themselves. Pumping something this big. Nobody has a problem with that. Nobody has to serve something about that. You You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, who does that? Who does that?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, who does that? But nobody addresses that. Like, damn, that's exalting thyself,
Yep.
right? And I'm damn sure every man in his congregation is required to buy those cups.
Sip from the cup. Sip the juice.
Now, tell me that's not wicked. You can see that guy waxing worse and worse each week. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
He's a demigod, man.
Did he put up a Passover on a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah. He came on. But he didn't ride it in there. He had to be let in by Edom.
Galatians 1 is double that. It's Galatians 1:6. It is a marvel that you are so removed from him that called you into the grace of the Mashiach unto another gospel, which is not another. But there be some that trouble you that will pervert the gospel of a Mashiach. All right, so hey, people come to tell like it's a new doctrine. I'm gonna come out with something new. This fresh and this I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way because people don't want to listen. People don't want to listen to the discipline of the original doctrine. All right, they don't want to uphold the original doctrines they heard from the beginning, man. So they want to come up with their own ways to draw people in, man. But like the apostle just said, we're not worried about all these other people. This is what the elect say. All right, to hell who don't come in, man. All right, because the Lord don't elect anyway. It says some that try to pervert the gospel of Mashiach. It said, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, that which we have preached unto you. It's like we started over. It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel, that which we have not preached unto you, let him be accursed.
The curse will be put on him. Oh, but really man, because the man is the one supposed to teach the word.
Romans 16-17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned and avoid them.
Right, and these guys that are changing things up, they're the ones that maybe pride themselves in, well, that's the way the seven taught it, you know? So why they weren't teaching about no hell doctrine. You know, now they might say, well, they weren't teaching Cornelius. Well, yes, they were, but it just wasn't time for it to come out.
Right.
Because the spirit was on High Priest Ariah and on High Priest Shaw to bring it out. But they consulted with the elder apostle back then, but it wasn't time for it to come out. So this idea of Cornelius being an Israelite was always there. Because that was the spirit saying, well, that breakdown about him being an Edomite in the Bible, that's not correct. So it had to keep coming around until the truth came out. That he is an Israelite. And that was pretty much the gateway into the Israelite form of him. You know? I got it.
Back in Romans 16-18. For they that are served not our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, but their own belly.
That's it. And that's why you would have an individual with a coffee cup with his face on it, drinking out of it.
I guess he's King David, man. I'm not saying he said that, but that's how they do.
Well, they're saying that he's either Peter or John the Baptist. We don't know which one, but we know. And then he didn't say, well, no, you know, I have a business with Elijah, my son, King David, you know. He didn't say that. So that means he's soaking all of that in. You know, he's just taking it in. He's a narcissist. You got it.
According to the scriptures, you'll get judged for that.
Yeah.
If there was an incident where a man, I think it's in the Apocrypha, where somebody's boasting above you, if somebody's boasting above the Lord, and you don't correct him, the Lord will judge you.
That's it. And look what happened to Herod.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
No, look what happened to Antiochus Epiphanes. They exalted him. Look what happened to Nebuchadnezzar. He exalted himself. What happened? The Lord turned him into a beast. Man. Okay.
And by good words and clear speeches, we see the hearts of the simple.
Right, because they're not going to go back and check. Right. And if they see something wrong, they're not going to say anything. You know?
Say all the time, hey, go research and search it out for yourself. You know, if they just go off of the words of what these men are teaching, they're not studying what's on ourselves. You know, that's why the scriptures say that they're studying what's on ourselves. If you study, you get an understanding on
on your own. You're not just taking the word of men, man. All right, and now y'all just taking the word of men. Y'all gonna be destroyed right along with that, man.
Don't be regurgitated.
Yep.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, beginning at verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers,
Got it now.
especially they of the circumcision. Sorry, 9. Sorry. The book of Titus, chapter 1, beginning at verse 9. Holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught,
Right, and that's the point. Holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught. Okay?
that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer.
Right, because you have sound doctrine and you have non-sound doctrine. You have healthy doctrine, you have unhealthy doctrine. You have the truth and you have a lie, disguised as the truth. You know? You got it.
Verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
Right, and that was the main one. Even today, to this very day, you have those that know that they're Israelites, but they're teaching heresy.
Yep.
They're teaching wrong doctrine. You got it.
Whose mouths must be stopped.
Right, whose mouths must be stopped. And how are they going to be stopped? By the truth coming out, the prophets coming out and correcting them. And eventually the Lord's going to stop them.
Yep.
You know? You got it, bro.
Subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for
Right.
filthy lucre's sake.
Subverting whole houses, meaning they overthrow the faith of the whole house. You know? Teaching them, yes, because they were never teaching the hell doctrine before. You know, now people are they just following it. They're being overthrown by that. That's why the ones that can see that this is all BS, they need to leave. The ones that see that his shit is BS, they should just leave. Don't wait, you know, for something else to happen. This is gonna get worse and worse.
Reset.
Yeah, bring it out.
This 2 John chapter 1 verse
And you can break it down. Bro.
it says, if there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither be him Yahweh speak. All right? So, hey, if it's not the same doctrine, we're not supposed to be receiving that dude. Oh, you're right, it's all good. No, it's not all good. You got to correct it, man. The scripture defend the gospel, man.
So you're saying there should be no unity there?
No, because, hey, there's no such thing as unity if we not. Unity means we all agree. So if we don't all agree, how can we have a unity? All right. So no, there's no such thing as no unity camp. All right. We can't say we all together and we believe differently, man.
Yeah, that's disunity.
Right.
That's confusion.
Yeah.
No, because here it is, you got 5 different groups teaching 5 different things. A person comes up, depending on who's teaching, that's the edification they're going to get.
Yep.
The other guy ain't going to say, well, nah, you were off on that, you know, this is broken down this way.
Yep.
You know?
That's going against the scriptures, man. If you got somebody, you're not supposed to manipulate with somebody that has different beliefs than you.
Yep.
You know, and you're supposed to consent to wholesome words, man. If we went around people that had different beliefs, we would clash with them. We would have to separate from their company, man.
Right.
You know, I can't be comfortable around a group of people that believe something totally opposite than what I believe. Even if you believe most of what I believe. If it's something that's opposite, I can't be around you. I'll get annoyed. I'll be like, you know, you get annoyed, man. So you know, we choose to be separate because the scriptures speak about that, man.
Verse 11. It says, for he that biddeth him God speak is a partaker in his evil. All right, so hey, so you tell them all this all good, you partaking in their evil. Are you partaking in their wrong teachings, their wrong doctrine? All right, so it's all okay, and people do that, like the apostle just said with the unity camps. All right, you're partaking in the evil of teaching the wrong doctrine, man, but not correcting them, telling them what's going on.
And the elder Demonstrate just said, you know, that you're supposed to be separate. So I got something to back that up. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. So if somebody, even if they have 50% or 90% of what you teach, if that 5, 10, 50% that they don't believe, that's confliction. That's confusion. It says, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, And what communion has light with darkness? And what concord hath Yahushua with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? You know, it's going to be a constant bumping of heads. You know, you got it.
I got that scripture too. 1 Timothy 6 and 3. I'll read it for you, bro. This is book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 3. It says, any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. Go ahead, read. Verse 4. It says, he is proud, knowing nothing. Hey, we said, what he said, we should be bumping of heads. Read. Dotting about, questioning, and strife of words, whereof coming envy, strife, railing, evil summaring. Railing is an argument, a back and forth, and it will turn into an argument, and people will call you up fight. You know, hey, you know how people, when you're passionate about something, you know, hey, we'll mess around and fight you. You know, so in order to avoid that, the Lord gave us direction on what to do in those situations.
That's it.
Not be around them at all. Go ahead.
You got the instruction. Follow the instruction.
It says, perverse, disputing of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness.
Who's supposing that gain is godliness? Go ahead.
For such withdraw thyself.
What it says, from such withdraw thyself. You know, so it may remove yourself from their presence. Avoid them. You know, Scripture speak about avoid the paths of wicked men. Who's more wicked than a man that perverts the gospel?
That's right.
Okay. What is that?
Bring it out.
This is Matthew. Okay, this is Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravaging wolves. So read that over.
Yeah, read it over.
Okay, so like
Yeah, take your time.
this is Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ravaging wolves.
Is that ravenous? Is that ravenous?
So the sheep's clothing is basically coming into peaceful, you know. And the reason why it says clothing is clothing is something that you put on, you know, something that you put on a cloak,
Right.
put on a coat or something that you throw over your true self, you know. Matter of fact, they say what the clothes make the man,
Right.
you know.
It's a covering.
Yeah, it's a covering, you know.
Yeah.
But really, they're what? Go ahead.
But inward.
Ravaging wolves.
Right. So ravaging wolves is what? Wolves do things sneakily, you know. Think of foxes, think of wolves. That's why they do things in a pack, and they always have a hidden agenda. You know, like wolves that hunt, they hunt in a line, and they always have how can I say it?
Strategy.
Kind of a strategy to hunt. Just like, in fact, they hunt just like lions, you know. So really, to be honest, a person might come humbly, but really, to be honest, they have a secret agenda.
Right.
You know.
That's why it says try the spirit whether they are from Most High or not.
Scripture also says what it's like he shall utterly supplant.
Oh yeah, beware of every brother.
Yeah, beware of every brother he shall utterly supplant. You know.
That's it.
This is 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Right, just like the apostle said, man. They've been in it so long, they can tell how you walk when you walk up. You know, they can read your spirit. You know, they can see if you on some bullshit. You know, if you sincere. You know. Yeah.
Do men gather grapes or thorns or figs or thistles? good tree.
Right, so it says the men travel with thorns, grape, and cut. The goodly part is the grapes. You don't grab the whole entire bush like y'all taking the grapes, the leaves, the roots, and just take it all to No, you're gonna gather the grapes, or the fruit of whatever the tree is bearing. You don't try to uproot the whole entire tree and take it. Go ahead.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Right, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. That's why the book of Tobit, when Gabriel said, oh, you come from Tobit, you come from a good stock. So he understood the lineage. He understood that. Matter of fact, just like back in the olden times, your uncles, your dad friends, you called your uncle. They knew what type of manner of man you was gonna be because they said, yeah, your father, man, your father don't play. Your father, you know what type of man that is, so we know what type of man you gonna be. Back when Jake was heavily, with the child. But now, shit, you could pee on your child, you still grow up a bow. You pee on your child, he can still turn out a complete degenerate. But that's just the type of society we live in.
That's the society. Esau ruined everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Esau destroyed it. Yeah, like he would be a good man. The kids fucking in their ass, the kids home, lesbian, or just a plain degenerate, right? GMO baby.
Exactly.
Proverbs 22:1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
Right, a good name, man. Having a well-known, having
a good report. Have a good report.
Having a good report.
Yeah.
The question, hey, also scripture says, what was that? That was Proverbs. There was another one in Jackson says, a good name is better than precious weight. So having that good name is a rare commodity. It's better than precious weight.
And like they say, your name precedes you, or your reputation precedes you.
Exactly.
Ecclesiastes 41:13. A good life has but few days, but a good name endures forever.
Yeah. Hey, just to prove, man, the men that we're reading about in the scriptures, man, those are men with good names. Right. Those are men that we read about. King David, Peter, Paul, Barnabas. These are men that have good names, and they're still and just to show you that we're still teaching in what 2023? Yeah, in 2023. Them men are still renowned. Them men still have good names.
Still read about Abraham, King David, Abishai, Peter, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
And then you got the ones with the bad names,
Exactly.
Achan, King Saul, so on and so forth. Ahab, yep.
Corey,
Those
names are going to be remembered.
Oh yeah. Judas Iscariot.
Eleazar, Maccabees.
Yep.
Absalom.
Yep.
Philetus, Hymenaeus, Alexander the Coppersmith. Hey, brothers, the list goes on.
Right. Those are all examples of not to be.
Cain, oh yeah.
Esau.
Philistine.
Jezebel. What's the niggas that try to put gold?
Ananias, Sapphira.
That's it. Yep. The married couple. Ananias.
Sapphira, yep. That's it.
Still reading on the
Back here, what you're saying about his son having a good name. Sirach chapter 30, beginning in verse 3. He that taketh the son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends shall he rejoice of him. Verse 4. Though his father died, yet he is though he were not dead, for he have left one behind him that is like himself.
Back then, you taught your son. Back then, your children wanted to make the parents proud.
Right.
Your son wanted to grow up in the stead of his father. So if your father was hard on you, rugged and rough, your father had a standard or had a type of way about him, you want to make sure you met that. You make sure you basically you don't want to disappoint your father. That's why I say one white man saying himself.
Carry that legacy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of my favorite. You back in the day, we used to do the house. With the parents tell you, you go out there, you represent me. So you know what I'm saying? You represent this thing. You represent who we are as a people. So don't carry yourself in the right way. Because what you represent you.
That's what the word name means. You know, that's why we read 2 Ezra, the second chapter, it says, and they still don't sleep for the name of the Lord. That word name goes into representation. So everything, you know, that's why we got to make sure our doctrine is on point, because we're not just representing ourselves, we're representing Yahweh himself. You know? We got to make sure everything's on point, man. Just like how back in the ancient Old Testament, what the Lord required perfection when it came to sacrifice. Just now, what the Lord requires perfection when it comes to His word. You know.
Verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful.
Right. He's not sorrowful because he knew what? He knew I did good by my son. I know he's going to continue on my legacy. You know? But now, guess what? Now we understand how Yahweh feels. Just like our Apostle Thomas said, you could be a good parent to your children, and they still grow up with complete degenerate. You know, but now we understand how the Lord felt. You know, the Lord said, "What? I planted the noble vine. How did you grow up to become the degenerate plant?" You know, now we understand. Oh man, I get what the Lord means now, man. I was completely right by my son. Now he in college, a mole, doing all this abominable work, and I thought I did a good job. You know.
Yeah, that's just the world we live in. Yeah,
exactly.
You know, that's why. Like personally, I'm glad I ain't got no kids to deal with. I mean, you know, I have a son, but shit, I don't know. I haven't seen him in years, but whatever. You know, he ain't around me, so you know what I mean. So like, you gotta have a kid, try to teach him the truth, whatever, man. But like you said, it's just the world we live in. It's a wicked, degenerate society. That's just the spirit of the Lord ain't with you. You know what I mean? Like, and you can know the truth. You got guys, look how many people fell out of the truth. So it's all about electric. Like, you got guys out there hitting this thing. The list goes on and on. But a lot of the guys left, fell out, went back in the world and went back and did whatever. You know? See what I'm saying? And they knew the scriptures. The name of the Lord and everything. And they gave over to what? That's because he gave. You know, Satan don't fuck with you, but you gotta always pray to yourself to not get the spirit away from you. Just pray it's gonna be with you. You know what I mean? Just keep doing the work. That's why you always stay occupied in the work. That keeps the spirit on you. You always the scripture that always in your mind.
If you say the truth, you turn to them to practice it or something like that.
This is Galatians, one of my favorite scriptures. Galatians chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, "He did run well. Who did hinder you that you should not obey the truth?" Right, man. So you did run well. You doing it good. But if you fall off, what hindered you? Because in the book of Romans it says, "Look, what shall separate us from the love? What shall separate us from the love of the Lord? Man, shall persecution, judgment, death." You know, and basically that was all a question. But it was really a rhetorical question because the answer is nothing. You know, the answer is nothing. You know, nobody can come to the Lord and His elect. You know, that's why the scripture also says what? Not one grain shall fall from the hand. You know, everybody's going to get, not everybody's not. The elect is going to get redeemed, man. You know, nobody's going to come between, just like nobody can come between a man and his woman. Same scenario.
Yeah, so the Lord said, Apostle Paul said, "Forgetting the things that are behind me and looking forward to those things that are ahead." Because everything that we did in the past is in the past. We only as good as this last thing we did. So if we make it to the finish line and all of that back then means something. If not, it's going to be all forgotten. Just for that one thing, you know, like you had O.J. Simpson, he was the darling of America. Everybody loved him. You know, he was the symbol of the world. Then that one thing that they said he did, what happened? That turned all them Edomites that were on his corner, they turned them all against him. That one action. They ain't talking about how great he was, this, that, and the other. Bill Cosby. All them charges they brought up on him. You know?
Yeah, he was another one. He was the darling of America. Bill Cosby was like the second coming of OJ.
Yeah.
Well, they both was running neck and neck, but Bill Cosby, even after OJ wasn't true, Bill Cosby was still their dude. Right up until the allegations came out, they locked his ass up for it. But see, that should teach these niggas something. No matter how big you get in white man's world, you never would have thought at the time when OJ came up with them charges. Prior to that, that was in the mid '90s. You never would have thought OJ Esau would have turned on him, or you never would have thought that would have. But it happened.
To get a chance. All right. What this doc is, this is for February 11th, 1856. All right, it says, judgment reversed in a suit dismissed the lack of jurisdiction. It says persons of African descent cannot be nor were ever intended to be citizens under the U.S. Constitution. All right, so that's right. The scripture say down in trouble like under their blame because hey, the Constitution not for our people, all right, not for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, and this guy was arguing over property, all right, that he was owed, but they were saying, yeah, that's it.
Well, the Dred Scott case.
Yeah. It's a doc.
Yeah, I learned about that. Surprisingly, well, when I was coming up, things were good. Surprisingly, they actually taught me about that in school. The Dred Scott case. Goddamn, I think junior high school. They actually, one of my teachers actually went into that history class. Yeah, my social studies class. That was the first time I learned about it, like in the 7th or the 8th grade. That's the first time I actually ever learned about that. The Dred Scott case.
I went into it.
Now I know they ain't teaching these little niggas now about that.
No.
That's my time. This is the 80s.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I just like to bring that reference up that
Yeah.
this world was never for us.
Yeah.
All right, because we're not a part of the Constitution. So Jake go to court thinking he gonna be justified. You can't be justified in Esau's world because Esau never accepted you in this world. Right?
Why trim it down that way to seek love?
Yeah, I was going to say just to add to you, even with the police, the global oath of police officers is to the Constitution and to the first 10 amendments. Okay, they say that we know it's not true that we became citizens under the 14th Amendment. But if they don't observe anything past the 10th, that's why they kill you with impunity. All right, and then when you go in the constitutional law dictionaries like Duvier's and Black's Law Dictionary, black, you mean nothing. It's death. You mean absolutely nothing to it.
Nom de guerre, in the name of war.
Yeah. But the police, I'm sorry, but the police don't follow the Constitution.
No.
They don't follow it. Now, we was going back 20 years ago, 25. That's back, we went to our law phase. Apostle Tahar, his brother, all of us, we was all equal to the whole. We was actually going to the courts and jamming these judges up. You remember the days.
And I actually filed a lawsuit against the city of Richmond.
Yeah.
I actually was in federal court, Title 42. I went, but then I lost interest in it. I didn't really pursue it.
Yeah. Messed up, used to go in the courts with the cops. And they do what they do. Okay, I'm arrested. We got arrested certain times. But then we got in the courts. We had, remember the Orchard Beach thing? Yeah. We went to the court. We messed. We went up before the judge. He messed them all up, man.
And I didn't really even know that much.
Yeah. And the judge said, "I'm impressed." It was the judge. The prosecutors and they were all looking. They were all messed up. He was in the court. So we know about all that law stuff. Yeah, Title 42 lawsuit. Hey, man, that's if you threaten the motherfucker with that. That means you're gonna sue the city, the mayor, the whole,
police officer.
Every police officer involved.
Yeah, if you don't know all the police officers' names, John Doe 1, John Doe 2, John Doe 3, Jane Doe 4. That's why when you see those different court cases, they'll say the city of so and so versus such and such Ed Paul. Ed Paul means and everybody else.
Yeah. Every police officer involved, you know what I mean? Sue the mayor, sue the city council.
Whoever was involved.
Yeah. Title 42. The case asking that this case be dismissed because it doesn't meet the prima facie. The damaged party.
The first phase, yeah.
Yeah.
First phase, yeah. What was that? Corpus delicti.
Where's the corpus delicti? Damaged party. You know what I mean? And you know what? A lot of them fucking judges don't know the law.
Oh yeah.
Them fucking stupid judges don't know the law.
Because they everything with them is a curriculum. You know? And they're only supposed to be the referee. They're not supposed to be involved in the case. They're just supposed to hear both sides and judge based off of the evidence. But they work all together. It's a rigged game.
It's a game. It's a fucking game.
That's why I never understood. If you're innocent to prove guilty, why am I in jail for you know? If I'm innocent, then you holding me. What the hell? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why they gave you the 13th Amendment. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist in the United States except for criminal.
It's bullshit.
Right.
And listen, the only time they can hold you if you're an immediate danger to the people, if they actually catch you shooting the motherfucker.
Right.
If the cops come and they catch you with the gun, and there's witnesses, you shot them up. Or if there's actual proof, the cop got you did some shit. They can detain you because at that point, this person's an immediate danger to the public. So they can detain you if they catch you in the action. You understand? If they catch you in the action, they can detain you. You know, because the kid is okay, we'll let him go. No, because you might go out and hurt somebody, you know? If they catch a dude in the act of raping a woman, they can detain you. They catch you in the act of something. But they got to catch you in the act again. They don't look, you heard, you did this. You know? That's when it's illegal, man. You know?
And that's why the scriptures speak about, you know, that the Lord is not going to acquit the wicked because they're not going to hold themselves guilty. The Lord will. You know?
Precept. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all positions of no value.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's going into what you guys are saying. Even though they set up these laws and stuff, they don't follow them.
Right.
They don't have any intentions. And then they rewrite them, and they write them such where they can be altered and changed whenever it's accommodating to them.
Yep. Well, that's what the Lord said. He will not at all acquit the wicked. He's not going to hold them guilty. He's not going to give them clemency. He's going to make them pay to the last level. No?
Not at this point. But you were saying, Apostle, that they are allowed to restrain you if you see it happening. Well, what do? When they go to the school, they don't go in there and stop them. What do they do when the person's actually yielding cow, written out, walk down the street with the AR down on his chest? They give them the pass. The actual crime getting committed gets the pass.
Yeah.
Right.
They're the wicked. Well, like you said, the 14th Amendment, like y'all brought up about so basically, like, they don't, Jake is not, they don't look at you as human beings. Okay, they don't look at these Jakes as human beings. They look at them as cattle. Or as like wild coyotes or some shit. They've got to be put down.
Yeah, that's why when you go to any court document, you have any legal document, the names are always all capital letters. Because that's a representation of a corporation.
That's right.
And a corporation can be identified as a person. And people think person is, but it's really a corporate title. And that all caps, that's a business.
Yep.
You know?
Under the Maritime Admiralty law.
Go.
Yep.
This is nothing but a corporate. America's a corporation. This is not a country. Well, you got to watch that movie, Clone Tyrone. My man Keith Sutton. He said America was an experiment. That's right. Yeah. People think this shit is real. You got corporate police. The police are corporate police. The feds is all corporate cops, corporate police. It's not a country.
I even watched the movie. I forgot the name of the movie. Let's see if I can interpret that piece called. You had Nicole Kidman and this other Kemetic looking dude. They were sitting on the bus and they were discussing about whatever they were discussing. And the dude said that there are no more countries, only corporations. Because everything is a business. That's what do businesses do? They merge. So what are they doing? In the New World Order, they're merging everything together. They're creating European unions and African unions to merge everything together as one to bring forth the so-called New World Order.
Yup.
It's back up. Breakfast was built on what? Imports and exports. It was built on trade. It was started up as a business.
And it still is.
It still is. It started up as a business.
We were the first New York Stock Exchange. Slavery.
That's all. This is Michael chapter 2, verse 1. It says, most of them who devise iniquity and were equal upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
Right, so they have the power.
Yeah. It says, because it is in the power of their hand.
Now the word power there goes back to the Hebrew word Allah, which means God. So they have the God-like power to do these things. And instead of doing it for the right reason, they do it for the wrong reason.
Yep.
The righteousness, let our favor show to the wicked that we not learn righteousness.
Right.
He's not going to do the right thing. Because this thing is the saying, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer. Why? Because the rich overscrew the poor over. And the way they get their riches is not off of other rich people, it's off of the poor of the people.
Yep. That's why I tell people all the time, the Republican and Democrat, it's a game.
Yeah.
Like all those are multi-billionaires are actually doing they speaking lies to you to make you think it's division. But they all connected for each other. I'm not gonna pass this bill the bill haven't came past my desk. You know why I can't pass this desk? Because he want to put us and send him in there to get his pocket back too.
It's a one-party system.
Yep.
Same thing around. You want to see that? You want to see
Yeah, it's the same thing that went on the law. You want to see the same decision. You want to please those senators to do what? To pass the things you want to pass. It's the same thing.
That's why Maya Mshep Bible said, give me control of the nation's money and I care not who makes the law.
Yep.
Because you control the money, you control the law, you control the system. This is why police officers wear what? That badge. It's a Rothschild badge. Because they're not but revenue officers for the Rothschild. That's why you have in all these different major interstates, nothing where you do traffic. Because traffic is business. Traffic is not just cars driving back and forth, piled up one behind the other. Traffic is business. And this is the land of traffic, where they're doing these corporate things. And on those different highways, you have what? Saying Rothschild. It shows you that they control everything. But they built it the same, because back then you had the King's Road, and then you had to pay, like a toll, certain places,
It's Proverbs 4:16, where they speak not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause such harm. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
Right. And this is why America is going to go out by violence.
Right.
It says, thus with violence in that great city Babylon be thrown down, because it was established by violence. It's going to go out by violence. They're going to show them violence, and they're going to reap them violence. I got it.
That second Michael, and it goes to Al, and it goes into God like one, mighty one. And if you go down and see, it says false God, demon imagination.
So it's a God like one. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The reason why he's able to manipulate things is because the Lord gave him the power. And then remember that when the beast was resurrected for the king, it said that the world wondered after the beast. So everybody was under that spell every year. And the Lord snapped his finger and woke us up. I got it. Come on, let's go.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 11. I'm going to start from 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Beautiful.
Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
You got it, bro.
Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
It said, let our strength
Let our strength be the law of justice.
because they living by the sword. You got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah, like the Paul, yeah, they live by the sword, So that's why you got That's why you got all, that's why you got certain laws that seems like they're directly, that they're directly aimed to the poor. Because isn't certain tax laws, the richer you are, you don't have to pay as much taxes or something like that. So and then you got the ancient. It says, "Let us not reverence the ancient gray hairs." You got people coming out of retirement to go back to work. Telling the old that they have to get 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs in order to sustain themselves.
That's right.
To back you up, look at the yellow truck company. All right, these guys work 30, 40 years to have. Bro, their lives are ruined, bro. They work 30, 40 years, bro, to have a picture. All right, that's been taken away from them, bro. All right, now they have to start all the way over. Standing in their 50s and 60 years old, have nothing.
Well, that's good. That's good. We told these young niggas, we told them America's going down.
Right.
Good. The day of Jacob's trouble. That's the beginning. That's right. The day of Jacob's trouble. Esau told him to cut Jacob off. He prophesied that. According to the scriptures.
Hey, to back you up, exactly shown right there, because what they saying is that they had the money to pay it, but they said, no, we're not going to pay it, we're just going to shut the company down. So they just, hell with y'all.
So when they retire, that means they don't get nothing.
They don't have nothing.
What the YRC though was, what that is, the truck industry was crashing before they took all of those government grants. So they was only, at this time when they got ready to pay it, they was only just paying the interest. They got ready to pay the grant back. So the government won't pay money. So hey, you got to shut down that company, and you got to pay. Y'all trusting with Esau with y'all businesses, man. Look what it is.
Like I said, like the book of Isaiah says, it says you have made a covenant with death. Hell, we're agreeing, man. Now you understand why. You understand why every time you and this man get together on agreement, you always get the short end of the stick. So it's rigged. It's rigged. Yeah, it's rigged. Just like the scripture says, speak peaceably. The war was in his heart. So when y'all come and sit down and sign the contracts. Matter of fact, perfect move. I watched the movie The Founding. His whole main objective was to take the company. He didn't want to work with them, man.
No.
His whole entire job was no. Because he said, the dude at the end, he said, I just want to know, why not just go steal the company? He said, it's something about McDonald's. Just the name. He wanted the name.
Yeah, bro. He didn't ask about the land.
Right.
He gonna be rich.
Right, exactly, man. That's why when old dude fell sick, he just came, he didn't even pay respect. He just gave him a blank check and just basically walked out and said, hey, how much for the company? He didn't really care about them, man. His whole secret agenda was basically getting that company.
Somebody get Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Yeah.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words are softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. He talks that good game to you, man. Hey, but he really fell out of the way. He's tripping out of the way to destroy you, man. All right, he come talking soft and sweet. He might even come with you. But at the end of the day, it's just a way to do what? To kill you, man. All right? To find some way to bring you down, man. All right? That's what Esau does, man. All right? He's a deceiver, man.
That's what he does.
He's a deceiver, man. All right? Hey, what's his name? One time, he's going to destroy you. Y'all don't see it, man. But y'all still want to bump elbows with this damn demon, man.
That's right. He was created to be the wicked.
That's right. Hey, look at Biden. Hey, Biden was smooth. When he wasn't smooth, he was shaky. But you niggas believed him. Y'all thought he was smooth. But now look, hey, niggas are suffering. All right, because you wanted to put your trust in him, man. All right? Now look, the Lord got this place suffering, man, behind that. Yeah,
You said,
Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
That's all up. So that's 12 and 10.
bring it out. Yeah.
This is
Your
the
brother
book
got
of-
it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, Sirach, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as lion rusteth, so is his wickedness. He said sometimes Sometimes trust you.
Never.
If you got a suit and tie.
Never.
If he tells you you're a great addition to this company.
Never.
Never, man.
And even if not even if he's a silver tongued devil.
Never. You know, like iron rusted, so does his weakness. You know, and iron rust is by oxygen. You know, so it's basically it's inevitable. You know, iron's gonna rust. You know, so his weakness is gonna show. You know,
You might not see it right away.
right.
Or as long as he's breathing.
Yeah,
Don't touch it. Yeah.
Matter of fact, the scripture says, right, you do it by accident.
Yeah.
You know? So even if he does something right, he didn't mean to do that. You know?
He got ulterior motives.
Right, he got ulterior motive. He said, damn, I thought that was gonna fuck him up. I didn't know it was gonna do this. And best believe if you think about something, fuck whatever you just did up.
That's right. Even his verses included.
Hey, and like what a Darth Vader what a movie he said, he told we were gonna do it. I lied. Darth Vader just straight up said I lied.
Hey, well, that's why even them jakes that sell out, because say, they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. You know, look at all the examples we were speaking about earlier. They gave in, they sold out, and they were had in derision. You know, you would think that after all of these different examples, Jake would learn, but they ain't gonna learn.
That's right. Watching video, brother. Nigga, that's you man with life. You can stomp, scream, and do what you want. Just in
You in it, you got to really
Scared of me, though. We ain't talking.
Never, adverb. No, at no time, in the past or future, goddamn. On no occasion. Similar at no time, not pretty much never. D-Match.
All right, with that, we hope this lesson was edifying for the body. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kardash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hope elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird. To you we say shalom.
Shalom.
Baba. Ram Yasharal. All right, shalom to you, sincere brothers and sisters on the comments.
Shalom.